everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have Too Faced's Pretty Rich collection today. I have 3 pieces from that to show you guys. And I have it on my eyes. I'm going to put the highlighter on for you guys live. And I'm going to come back in several hours and let you guys see how this glitter actually wore on my eyes, because I don't really trust it. And I'll tell you why. Let me read from the packaging on the Pretty Rich palette. I'm going to read to you from the back of this box, which I don't usually do, but I want you to know what it says and what its claims are and what I'm trying out on this eye today. It says, this captivating collection of 16 ultra luxe shades of vivid glitters, creamy mattes, opulent shimmers, and precious pearls can be layered in infinite ways to mimic the multifaceted beauty of real diamonds. So they want you to layer these, correct? It says the 4 diamond-shaped pressed gel glitter shadows are specially created to minimize glitter fallout so your eyes stay dazzling with breathtaking intensity. And then it says prime lids with Too Faced glitter glue for best results. Use your finger when applying the pressed gel glitter formula. So you open this up and it's a really nice presentation. This black satin is very elegant looking. I think the Pretty Rich theme is well played in this palette and in this collection. So you have those 4 sort of octagonal shaped glitters in there that really catch the eye, don't they? And that's what grabbed me on this palette. So the new highlighters actually contain an old highlighter of theirs. Quite a while back they came out with this diamond highlighter, and I snapped it up, of course. It looks white on camera, but as I tilt it, I guess you can probably see the pearlized finish on it and the swirling marble look to it. This is a really unusual colored highlight, and I don't use it that often, but the smoothness on it is kind of not like any other highlighter. I'll show you this one. They re-released this one as part of this collection, and this one is a blue. So they came out with 2 other shades in that for this Pretty Rich collection, and I picked up the other one called Fancy Pink Diamond. Same packaging, same little jewel box type packaging. The third one is a little too much. It's called Canary Diamond. It's a little too deep for me. It's a bronzy pink, but if you can see on this one, you can see that marbling going on again on this one. It's a mix of pink and gold. So this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful pearly pink. To me, this one is just not super intense. You can kind of barely see it there. It's not as shiny as that previous one, the diamond one. This is kind of a hard-baked gelée formula, so it may not go on a brush real well. And that's pretty. Look at that. The smoothness on these is just... they don't show your texture. I don't know why, but they just don't. They don't show an older person's texture. So I'm liking the highlighter, and I didn't think I would. I thought it would be a little too toned down in the highlighter section for me. I was a little concerned when I opened this. I got this from HSN on Easy Pay. I love it. I've just now discovered Easy Pay on QVC and HSN, and I've gone crazy. You know, those $9 a month charges are like nothing. You just don't even feel them. But I was a little concerned when I opened this because the box had been already slit. Like there's a piece of tape right here, and that had already been slit. And I'm like, okay, has somebody used my palette? And I opened it and it hadn't been touched. I mean, I could tell nothing had been touched, nothing was out of place, nothing had been swatched. So I don't know what happened with that. It's a little concerning. Okay, here are your shades, and let me tell you all about the texture and the consistency of these shades. They are very inconsistent. Okay, Diamonds for Breakfast. It's Designer, Fancy That, Filthy Rich, Clutch Your Pearls, Princess Cut, you can barely see it, Diamond Glitterati, Highly Selective, Fluent in Diamonds, that's me. It's Cashmere, Don't Care at All, can barely see that. Oh, That's Rich, Coal Under Pressure, Silver Spoon, Set the Jewel Tone, and Diamond Life. Now here's the issue. Several of these look really nice in the pan, and they do not swatch for anything. They're terrible, terrible swatchers. So I don't understand that. That is an inconsistency throughout the palette. The mattes are great. There are 4 mattes in this palette. They are fantastic. They're pigmented, they're rich. The metallics in this palette are weird, and they're very sheer. They're very sheer, with the exception of the one I have on my lid today, which is Filthy Rich. I try to do very consistent swatches. So what I do is I take my finger, I rub in the pan just like that, and then I swatch straight down. I don't try to double swatch because I want to give you guys an idea of how sheer or how pigmented the pigment is, or the shade is. So on all of these I did the same thing, and you can see how you can't even see that shade until I turn it and it does its duochrome thing. This one is the same way. Those are the metallics on this. Here's another metallic. Can you even see it? This one is absolutely terrible because you ought to see what it looks like in the palette. It looks like it's going to be pow, and it is horrible. These metallics are terrible swatching, terrible. Let me see if they'll go on with a brush, because you can see how bad these are. I mean, look at that. This is dipping in like this. I go dut 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 like that, and then I swatch, and nothing. This one is the most disappointing. Let me show you how deep that is in the palette. It's this one. I wanted to do that on my lid with this on top. How pretty would that be? But look at it on the swatch. It's this sheer orange mess. When you touch these glitters, they feel like you're just putting your finger in craft glitter. You can kind of feel an oiliness to them. It says that there's a gel in there. I'm not feeling so much a gel, but I feel kind of an oiliness or a greasiness to them. You can see they're patchy. They're just plain glitters with some kind of clear adhesive component to them. They don't look terrible, and I think on the lid they're okay. I'm starting to get some creasing on them though. Let me just show you how these went on, how nice these mattes were, and kind of the struggle that I had with the glitter, and then I'll tell you more about what I think about the glitter. Okay, I'm going to start out in the crease with the color called It's Cashmere, which is right here. That is a matte light tan. Going on my lid nicely. I have on my usual concealer for my eyeshadow base, and then I went and tapped everywhere except the lid with this color called It's Designer right here, just as sort of an eyeshadow base. And inner crease with Fancy That. Ooh, that's going right on my brush. There's a lot of fallout on that one. Going back with a little of that first transition color to sort of buff up above here. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I just kind of went at this backwards, because I didn't really know what to do with this palette. I wanted to do brown and gold, so I did one eye, and now I'm going to recreate, I've got some fallout there, I'm going to recreate it on the other eye. So I showed you how I did my creases. I went back and put some darker color in the crease over here. I think it looks better. So I'm going to show you what I did with this eye and do it on this eye. I'm going to go ahead and put some glitter glue on the other eye, even though what I'm going to be putting on my lid is not the glitter. It is actually one of the shadow colors with the glitter on top of it. However, just to replicate, we will do it this way. So what I'm going to do is apply Filthy Rich to my lid. That is a dark bronze shimmer. I'm going to use my Moon Dust brush from Urban Decay because it is a good brush for picking up stuff that's kind of metallic-y, glittery, that doesn't seem like it wants to go on a brush. And I'm going to pack that on my lid, and it is a dark color, but there's just not another color in here that I'm loving as a background for this sort of champagne-y gold glitter. Patting Diamonds for Breakfast on my lid with my finger. I'm just doing the center. So I have to say there's not as much glittery fallout as I would expect right now. I have some in my lashes and some down here. So now I'm going to take a more pointed brush, which I'm loving this brush. It's from Morphe. It lays right in your crease, goes right under that brow bone or that orbital bone. And I'm gonna go into Oh That's Rich, and going back into It's Cashmere and buffing that edge. I'm gonna go into Clutch Your Pearls and put that up under my brow bone. To line under my eyes, I'm going to use Fancy That, which is a taupe. And lining along my lower lash line with Oh That's Rich. So on the glitter, I think if you wanted to do an eye that was just glittery on your lid, you could do that with this palette. You would put, let's put a little glitter glue on the back of my hand. I would not heap the glitter on top of a shadow because of that gel base, that oil base. I think you're gonna get some dissolving of the color and maybe some creasing. I'm gonna come back in a few hours. I'm gonna go shopping, and I'm gonna come back in a few hours and show you guys how the glitter held up, because I'm afraid it's going to start creasing or cracking or something. Now, it has not so far, and I'm kind of surprised because I've had this on for a while. So I'm gonna come back in a little while and let you guys see how that ended up. Okay, so I have my glitter glue on the back of my hand. Let me tap some of that glitter on there. We'll tap a couple of the colors. I just don't think it's gonna be opaque enough to be a pretty lid. I think it has to be on top of something. Let's use some of the other colors. Let's use that bright pink called Diamond Glitterati. Oh God, that's gorgeous. And I'm just gonna tap it on some of the glitter glue, and I'm gonna kind of smear it along. Okay, so you could do that on your lid. Look at that. You could do that on your lid as a solid glitter. Let's try the Fluent in Diamonds, which is the gold. Okay, next to that, and sort of dragging it, not just tapping straight up, because then you're gonna just get the glitter particles and they're not gonna be, it's not gonna be a cohesive color. Diamond Life may be too sort of clear to get away with that. A little too clear and sheer to me for a lid. I'm gonna put that on top of that blue, set the jewel tone right here. So what that did was that kind of broke up the color underneath because of that gel or that oiliness. These are two good glitter colors. The one I have on my lid, which is this one, is a good glitter color, but that Diamond Life one is just not. There's nothing backing it. It doesn't make it pop. I understand the glitter idea. I think they had a good idea putting it in some kind of gel and making it sort of more of an adhesive to your eye. That's great. I'm still gonna come back in a few hours and let you know how this held up. And I'm back about 4 hours later. I do have some creasing going on my lids. It is not so much the glitter dissolving what's underneath it as it is the whole thing just creasing, which is odd because I do have glitter glue on my lid and I do have a concealer on even under that. So you can see the creasing on that one. And I think what has happened is the oil in the glitter has sort of broken the stick between the glitter glue and the color I had on under the glitter. I think that's kind of dissolved that and made it sort of go into the creases. Here it is on my other eye. There's a pretty bad crease right across the middle there. You can see even I have like a bald area right there. But the three glitters that are in there I think are so pretty. I just don't like the rest of the palette. I don't like those metallic colors that I was counting on to be impactful lid colors being so sheer. Some of the rest of the colors are just fails for me, and they're colors that I would have liked to have used too. So, thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time.